This is a Nissan Silvia, specifically the S15 generation, and there's a new one. Let's see how different they actually are. The new cast is of course a mainline one, and it was leaked. I believe it was late last year, possibly early this year, and it's a great looking cast with a bit of something on top of my new one. I don't know, but the UK is getting E-Case right now, which of course contains this, a S2000 from of course Honda, and a Mad Max style Mazda MX-5. So a very exciting time to be hunting here in the UK. Hopefully it changes in the US and they start getting stuff soon, because they really aren't getting anything. Haha, because it's the first time we aren't actually ahead of America, and the wind is really blowing quite badly right now. But anyway, let's see how different these casts actually are, of course with the Liberty Walk body kit. I think it'll be quite interesting, so let's have a look. Of course, before we get on to that, I would just like to brilliant, it looks fantastic on the card. I really like the way they've done it. It just looks fantastic. Of course, Liberty Walk on the top of here. Hotwheels turbo on there, because these have a turbocharged 4-cylinder as the SR20 DET. It's the Liberty Walk Silhouette, or Liberty Walk Super Silhouette Nissan Silvia S15. So, a car I'd like to own, or wouldn't mind owning. It is car 110 out of 220 of the whole year. Of course, KW, Nissan, and LBW Walk, or Liberty Walk on there. Right there. Now, for starters, the right is a Spec R, so it has the Spec R body kit on it. It's of course a car culture set. I believe this was a few years ago now, and it came in sort of a street racer set, I believe. And of course, the right is our Liberty Walk mainline. Now, right off the bat, we can see we have some lovely sort of headlights on both of them, detailed very well on the right, which is of course the premium, with a little Spec R or Silvia badge on the bonnet. Now over to the left, we can see the Liberty Walk S15, and it does have, for twice diecast, some lovely lensed headlights, and of course a very nice sort of Bozazoku style front bumper and bonnet setup. And I really like the sort of louvered body kit, or the way it goes up there on the bonnet. It's just quite nice. You can see of course the intercooler piping just sticking through the bumper there. Just brings it all together and makes it look quite nice. And I like the way the lightning bolt continues to the side. I know it's a play on an old Silvia racing car that Nissan has in its Omori factory. Just a very nice setup and a very nice cast, and I think they've nailed it on the front end. Of course, Ryu Asada, great job. Now, onto the rear side. Now, this is where it really changes. Of course, the stock S15 has a plastic wing, and more similar to the stock S15 wing. The rear lights are completely different on the detailed premium, with some nice coloration going here. You can see sort of in there, you can see where the LEDs will be. Just very nice. And of course, the bumper follows the shape of the car very nicely, with a nice massive exhaust or muffler sticking out the back end. Of course, Silvia and Nissan on the boot lid with a little lock. Now, on the left side, we see completely different. The body kit has really been moulded around the back, so it's more of a square sort of look. We'll look at the side in a second. With the wing being more of a, again, 80s sort of DT car, which is sort of a spec of racing we see usually in Europe and similar. But you can just see how wide the edge of the taillight is compared to the outside the body. Whereas you can see the taillight wraps around the body on the premium or the normal version. So you can just see how different this cast is. And of course, these are lensed rear lights, which I don't see as being a big problem. Of course, we can't have details on them, but I think it looks very nice, very dapper. I don't think it would be very easy to do details on the back of this either. I think they've just nailed it. Of course, a massive diffuser on the back end there. Absolutely humongous. Now, onto the side, if we zoom out just a slide, we can just see how massive this new Liberty Walk is compared to the stock one. Now, these are relatively good scale to each other. They are relatively good proportion. You can see the roofline is just about where it should be. Of course, the Liberty Walk is slightly lower. Everything, the wheel wells line up perfectly. Even down to the rim mirrors are pretty much exactly the same. The bonnet line is perfect, but you can just see how different it is. This is just a lot more boxy on the Liberty Walk. You see just this back half is just completely massive. It's a couple of inches backwards on the real car compared to the stock ones. But you can just see how different everything is. Just a very, very nice cast. They've really nailed it. You can see even down to the door being pretty much exactly the same. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it might be a mould off of the original cast, which this S15 is. I may be completely wrong by that. I may be a complete new casting. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, it's a fantastic cast. Of course, you can even see the defined sort of window line there, where it's been extended sort of down to sort of mimic a sun visor or sun strip, which I think is quite cool. And just everything down to the minimalistic details of the body kit just looks fantastic, and overall I think it looks brilliant. So if you can get one of these things, by all means do it. These are absolutely fantastic castings. And of course I'm a massive sucker for the Silvia. But that's about it. Stay safe, have fun, and of course, stay juke'ing.